Charm Chat, the finale of season 1, so episodes 21 and 22. So we'll be chatting about those today, and I can't wait. And also, it was really sad. I had to get my tissues out for that one. I'll just add Josh in. 1 sec. Yeah, but yes, can't wait to chat about these two. Hi, Kirsty. Joshy, is he gonna be here? Is he gonna be here? Joshy!
Hello.
Hello, you okay?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad with my
We've
big red
both
nose.
we've both dragged ourselves off our sick beds.
I know. Oh dear. I know. I do have
Oh.
to apologise. Like I might have to mute a couple of times to blow the old nose and to have a bit of a cough. But we're here because we just couldn't not. I feel like I'm really
Yeah.
low. Like I don't know what's going on with my iPad. Hang on. There.
It's gonna be
That's a
an
bit better.
interesting chat.
I know, like my head's cut off. I'm just like, ooh, bloated. Yeah, but we couldn't miss chatting about charm, so we had to do it. We've dragged ourselves. We're
Yeah.
both not feeling well, but we're here.
Yeah. End of season
Yeah,
1. Can't believe it.
yeah. I know. I cannot
Oh,
believe it.
we've
How on
made it to the
earth
end.
have we we've done it?
Yeah.
Our crazy
Woo-hoo.
idea. I'm just gonna budge in
We
a little
made
bit.
it. Some people didn't make it.
Wow, a lot of
Yeah.
warlocks didn't make it.
No. I know how many, like tons of them, right?
No, so many.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. So, if you don't know, every month Josh and I dust off our witch's hat, grab our book of shadows as demonstrated by Josh, and we head back to the 90s and the early 2000s. I love that book. I'm going to get it. I've decided. We head back to the 90s and the 2000s to rewatch Charmed from the very beginning. So Charmed is a TV series that ran from 1998 through to 2006, and it follows three sister witches, Prue, Piper, and Phoebe, who juggle their everyday lives with saving innocents from those pesky demons.
Oh,
Yeah. So both Josh and I were huge Charm fans back in the day, and it's been, as we always say, it's been so wonderful, like revisiting it, and I just can't believe we're at the end now.
yeah. We watched the whole of season 1 and it's been just so joyful. It's been
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, it's just been so full of joy,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. And some of the episodes I think we know better than others. Like some I know really, really well. Some I didn't know
Yeah.
quite as well. So it's been
Yeah.
great to watch it all sort of in context within
Yeah.
the arena of season 1.
Yeah, and the same, like I mentioned to you, I think season 1 I hadn't seen much of. I definitely picked it up more in season 2. So it's been nice,
Yeah,
like seeing some of the bits that I did recognise, and then some of the bits that I'd never seen before, and like
yeah,
piece
yeah,
them all together. So it's been really good. But
yeah.
we're gonna in December we're gonna have a chat about like our favourite parts of season 1. A little nostalgic trip down memory lane. So we'll definitely, yeah, do that in
Yeah, we'll
December.
cap
That'll
it
be
off.
lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, Kirsty said it's a week for bugs. Let the power
yeah,
of 3 set us free. Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Matthew said, loving Josh's whiskers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, looking very dashing,
I
Joshua.
decided to be daddy, just
Oh, Daddy Josh. I
the time
like
has
it.
come.
Ding dong.
Daddy dong. No, no, no.
What? You heard it here first. Josh has got
It's
a
the
daddy
cold
dong.
medication. It's the cold medication. Sorry.
That's it. Oh dear. Oh, Matthew said, "Thank you both for doing this. I might not have revisited it if you hadn't. I've had a
Oh,
ball doing this year and look forward to season 2 in 26. Yeah, we're gonna do season 2.
yes. Yeah, I
Um,
can't wait. I'm so like, I
sorry.
feel like I just want to start season 2 right now, but I'm gonna hold off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
wait.
know. I'm
It's
so
gonna be a new
tempted.
year treat, something to look forward to in 2026.
Yeah, definitely. Matthew said it's Daddy Josh from now on. Do you have a toolbox?
I do
He's
have a
got
toolbox actually.
it's got his large
Yeah.
hammer in there.
I've got a large hammer, I've got a saw. I've got
Or
various.
everything.
I've got it all.
Mm,
Yeah.
we don't want to know.
Oh,
Handcuffs are plenty.
yeah, exactly. Scalpel,
Whoa, very efficient,
measuring
Josh.
tape.
Not that it sounds like you need that, but anyway.
No.
So, on that note,
Yeah,
previously on Charmed, so last month we chatted about episodes 19 and 20, which I never always say, just feel like a really long time ago. And it was like the
crazy.
day before my birthday as well. So it feels like really, really far away. And I've been ill for like the most of October. So
No.
yeah, no,
Oh, you had
I
the
know.
spooky lurgies.
Honestly, like I get it goes, and then it's come back again. I'm like,
No. Time to put your
oh,
feet up.
over it now. So in those episodes, we met a cellar, a sewer dwelling monster that steal children for their sight. Prue
Yeah.
started using her hands for her powers rather than her eyes. And she looks super sexy in that like black leather combos whilst
Yeah.
doing it as well. We also met a vengeful ghost who was out for revenge on people responsible for his execution. And Andy faced the hard reality of our three favourite witches' powers. Dum dum
Da, da, da.
dum.
He knows the truth.
Mm. So
Cat's out the
this,
bag.
I know. So this month it's episodes 21 and 22, and it's the season one finale, as we've said. So I've lost my train of thought. I've just been thinking about Andy too much today. That's what it
Yeah.
is. So we will be chatting about this two-part finale. We're breaking it down into categories. So Demon of the Week, Love is Pain, Sister Bond, the usual. If you've been here a while, you kind of know the gist
Yeah,
now.
we know the drill.
Yeah. So get involved in the comments, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're watching this on the playback, comment, and we'll always reply. We're always
Yeah,
happy to talk about Charmed.
yeah, totally.
Um, so after all my waffle, let's get
Let
started.
the magic begin.
Yeah, woo! So series one, episode 21 is entitled Love Hurts. Oh, love hurts.
Yeah.
So the sisters' vacation is cancelled, and Prue looks super hot in that bikini
Oh
and
my
like
God.
denim. I was like, ooh,
She was not wasting any time.
smoking. So
Yeah.
nice. So the sisters' vacation is cancelled. So when let me start again. I'm
All
so
right.
sorry.
It's fine.
The sisters' vacation is cancelled
Oh,
when
what? Really?
Yeah, I know. When Leo appears at the Halliwell's house and he's been the victim of a dark lighter's lethal poison tip. I just realised how I wrote it. Why do I always make it sound so rude? Oh, so
Poison
yeah,
tipped arrow?
yeah, his poison tipped
Yeah.
arrow. And he's asking the Halliwell sisters to protect an innocent woman called Daisy, played by Lisa Robin Kelly. Oh,
From that
bless her.
70s show.
Yeah, bless her.
Yeah.
Who is being stalked by the Darklighter. And because of all this, Piper finally learns that her beau, Leo, who is back in this episode, is in
Yeah.
fact a White Lighter. And Piper whips into action into trying to find an ability switching spell in the Book of Shadows so she can use Leo's healing power on him to stop him from dying.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the spell that she does find then causes Prue and Phoebe's powers to also swap. And in other news as well, Andy quits his job to help
Yeah.
protect Prue's secret from being exposed to the Eternal Affair guys from the previous episode as well. So, so
There's a
much
lot
goes
going
on.
on.
So
Yeah.
much goes on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Matthew said, I'm loving medicated charm chat.
Can we last 2 hours?
I know. Kirsty said,
We're going to make even less sense towards the end of the
I
chat.
know. Kirsty said, I feel love is pain is a very apt heading. Yeah, very.
Yeah, definitely for this one.
Matthew said, for the record, it wasn't just the tip.
Oh, he got the
Mm.
full thing.
Oh dear, right
He got
in
that. He
there,
did get the full
straight
thing because then
through.
Prue like whipped it through him.
Yeah, I'm sure she did.
She did. Yeah.
So we'll start off then with Demon of the episode.
Yeah. Theme of
So
the week.
we meet Alec, and he's kind
Yeah.
of sexy. I thought I was
Do you
like,
know?
oh,
I wouldn't mind him chasing after me with his like hot hand.
with his tip and his hot hand. Yeah,
Alec, you can touch me with that
ooh.
hand any day of the week. Just
It
take
was
me.
hot. I was like, oh, okay, I'm
That's
there.
why I've
Oh.
grown this just like as an homage to Alec.
Oh dear. So he's the first Darklighter the Charmed Ones and us, I
Yeah.
think, encounter in the series. So Alec fell in love with basically a future White Lighter named Daisy, whom he. Now I had to double check I had this right. So
Yeah.
he's assigned to impregnate her,
Yeah.
to obviously increase the Darklighter population. Um, and it's meant to be that Darklighters aren't capable of love, but apparently Alec is. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. He's made to love.
Yeah. And he got close to Daisy, and in the end fell in love with her. Apparently, he even took her on a mountain on a holiday trip where she confessed her love to him, but later on, Daisy found out that he was a truly evil being and left him despite the fact that he truly loved her. She just couldn't
Yeah.
deal with it.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of the introduction of a dark lighter into the series? Did you like that?
I loved it. I loved the way we have this like twisted love story, which is the guest of the week, kind of the subplot of the week. And it
Mm.
really nicely mirrors the sort of the pure love story that is Leo and Piper. You've got
Yeah.
Leo who's taken away by his honorable calling to help others, and has done nothing but want to protect Piper even without her knowledge.
Mm.
Whereas Alec is basically like a stalker. He kind of embodies like abusive relationships.
Mm.
It's so creepy when he says, "Forever, Alec, I'll love you forever" in Daisy's voice. Like
Oh yeah.
it's like gaslighting. It's like he's recorded her for his own, to use her as evidence against herself. It's so
Mm.
creepy.
That is
So
creepy.
yeah, you have this like pure love story counterbalanced with this really quite awful and dark
Mm.
anti-love story. He says he's in love. He's not. He's sort of obsessive and twisted, and he's
Yeah.
looking at her as something that can give him something, not as somebody
Mm.
to care for and love and protect and make sure they're happy and safe. So
Yeah, it kind of
yeah,
comes across, doesn't it? Like he feels like he owns her, which, as you say,
yes,
does come across really toxic.
exactly.
And but
Yeah.
it kind of like, as much as that came across, and he portrayed that really well. Like every time he was on the screen, he just kind of commanded that presence, didn't he? The scene in the bathroom took me out a little bit because
Ah,
I don't know whether I've watched too many TikToks about all this romantasy stuff, but he
uh-huh.
kind of does this weird thing where he like puts his leg up on the sink basin, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, hello, what's he gonna do? We are now mark his territory."
I mean, that didn't cross my mind, but I'm glad it did for you.
It's just the way he does it, the action that he does.
It's very
And
dramatic.
yeah, it's
It's
just
like he could have put his hand out, but no, he put his big long spider leg out with his shiny shoe.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was just like a bit, oh, okay.
Okay, Alec. Hello.
Oh dear, but I
He's perked
just,
up.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of liked the introduction of this like opposite to a white lighter, having this like evil entity. And
Mm.
one of the things I really loved as well was the way that he could just like, um, I don't know, project his bow. I don't know what it was, like
Oh
how he
yeah.
like create, he just was like, yeah, I want to shoot
Summoned
them. And
it.
then just, yeah, summoned it. That was the word. He summoned the bow. And obviously the arrows are poisonous to white lighters. And obviously I just thought that whole thing, I loved that aspect. And when he
Yeah.
shot Leo, I was like, oh, this is going to be good.
It's really good. Yeah, it's such a
Mm.
cool weapon anyway.
Yeah.
And the fact that he just summons it out of midair. I did
Mm.
feel a bit sorry for Leo because he gets shot in the middle of the street and there's nobody
No,
stops, nobody
no one
reacts.
helps.
No, they're all just walking about their lives,
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it was really cool. The only thing that I didn't love back when I first watched it, and I still think is a bit cringy, is like the names of like Dark Lighter, White Lighter. I think they're a
Yeah.
bit like really silly.
Yeah, they could have come
But
up, but I
it's
suppose
fine.
it does what it says on the tin, doesn't it? I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes it simple for people like me.
Yeah. I did love it, and I
Oh,
loved the way I loved that we saw that Leo had other abilities, like he was able to cloak Daisy from
yeah,
Alex. That was really cool.
yeah. I really love that because I love the fact that obviously Daisy, we later find out, is like a future white lighter, and Leo's like been assigned to guide her.
Yeah, yeah.
And I quite like that because, like, I wonder how you get picked, unless it explains it later down the line and I forgot, but how do you get picked to become a future white lighter? I think it does
Yeah.
explore that, doesn't it? I think
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely does at some point because I think it's sort of there are like people who sort of give up their lives for others, so like teachers and doctors and people who are kind
Yeah.
of quite selfless in life,
Mm,
become white lighters afterwards. So
yeah.
yeah, they do go
Yeah.
into that a bit. But then there is a thing with a character in season 7 who becomes a white lighter who you've seen across a few episodes, and
Ah.
it's a bit like, well, did he really deserve to be a white lighter? He was kind of a psycho. So we'll get to that in a couple of years.
In a few years' time.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So if you could choose, like, I know this is such a difficult decision, Josh. If you could choose, would you be a dark lighter or a white lighter? Think of
I think,
Alec. Think of Alec.
yeah, I would be Alex like assistant maybe.
Oh yeah, that sounds
I would
good.
be Alex Whitelighter.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting
I would
concept.
be the little angel on his shoulder being like, come on, you're a good guy, really, aren't you?
I like
Yeah.
that. I
What
think
would
I'd
you
be
be?
I think I'd be rejected for both.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I don't
because
think you would.
I'd like to think that I'd be a white lighter, but it's just Alec's just so fit. I'd just be drawn to the dark side.
I know. The dark side is too
So
fun.
fickle.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
there's lots
dear.
of angst on the white lighter side, it seems. Like Leo is very angsty.
Yeah.
It seems like you just want to have fun, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like I'd have fun with like, do I get to pick my weapon if I'm a dark lighter?
Yeah. What would you
Like I'd
pick?
have
What would
fun
you
with that.
have?
Oh dear. Not sure. I always, when I was younger, I used to be obsessed with that cartoon, Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah.
And I always wanted to have the cloak that the girl wears. That's what
Ooh.
I always wanted. So maybe something
Yeah.
like that. That would be cool. How about you?
I'd have a whip. Yeah. You know in Masters of the Universe when He-Man's getting whipped by like a laser whip.
Yeah,
I would have a
one of
laser
them.
whip.
Oh,
Totally.
I could see you with that, Josh.
But didn't oh, and the other one I loved in Thundercats Chitara when she had her pole. That was so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool as well.
Yeah, I'd
Oh,
have those two.
so many good
I'm allowed to have
weapons.
two, aren't I?
Yeah, you can have two.
Yeah.
One for fun, one for killing.
Fun. One for fun, one for fun.
Oh, yeah. Speedway Chick said, I've already forgotten this episode because I was so traumatized by Deja Vu. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we will
They do
definitely chat
kind of
about that.
loosely form like one episode, I feel like. They kind of go
Mm,
together quite nicely.
yeah, I think so
Because this
too.
episode introduces the swing chair, that then obviously
Oh,
becomes quite significant in
yeah.
the next episode.
Oh, the little swing chair.
I
Oh, don't
know,
start us off, Josh.
the mystical swing chair.
Matthew said it almost looked like the crossbow came out of his hand or the end of his arm. Yeah, the
Yeah,
special effects on that were really good.
very true.
um, yeah. Matthew said Leo definitely has other abilities. Hubba
Oh
hubba.
yeah,
Yeah, and Matthew said, "You're all both. I can change him." Lol. Yeah, we can.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, Matthew said Josh would have a big ball whip that he keeps in the closet. Point have a chat
Oh,
crossover. Because when we
yeah.
did Halloween night 2, the parents kept a ball whip in the closet, and we were a bit concerned about that.
Look, if it's their thing, let them have it.
Yeah, why not? Um, so obviously the mythology in the episode, we've got the swapping of the sisters' powers so that
Yeah,
Piper can try and heal Leo. Did
yeah.
you like the fact that that could happen? And for me, I feel like it opened up a few like, well, why couldn't they just do this before? Kind of
Yeah.
questions. But did you like that aspect?
I think it's a great idea for like the end of the season because it means
Mm,
that the sisters are able to sort of deepen their understanding of each other. It's a fun conceit for them to explore, like actually physically experiencing what it's like to have the abilities of the other sister. That's like a really fun idea.
yeah.
And I think that it's like a nice little bonding exercise for Phoebe and Prue because they're trying to figure out
Mm,
how to best use their triggers. So they're sort of teaching each other the lessons that they have already learned themselves over
yeah.
the course of the season. So it's quite nice in that regard. But I do agree with you that it's a slightly universe shattering because
Yeah.
it means they can just do have whatever power they like at any time,
Yeah.
surely.
Because especially like when you get to the ending, where obviously Prue swaps powers with Alec for the hand.
Yeah.
And you kind of think, well, couldn't they just do that with every warlock? Like
Yeah,
it
exactly.
does kind of make you question it. Um,
Yeah. It should have had like a three use only policy or something.
yeah,
But then they
like
could never use it again.
yeah, so maybe like a danger to using it,
Yeah.
or something like that. That
Yeah,
would have
something that
been
limited it.
yeah. But then they might have got themselves in a little pickle down the line if they had to use it down the line. Yeah, would have been
Yeah.
nice just to have that because I was just a bit like, oh, well, now
I
they've
don't think,
learnt this. Is there a season
yeah,
2?
I don't think they use it again until season 7. So
Oh,
like it's a
so it's
really long
quite
time
far
since it
on.
comes up again. And
Yeah.
also they sometimes forget that they've got rid of spells as well. Like in I think they get rid of the spell to like man, what do they do? Maybe they do use it again in season 2. I sorry, I'm getting confused.
We'll soon find out
Basically,
anyway.
they do sometimes get rid of a spell, but then sometimes they do undo it and bring it back. So, they can
Ah,
do what they like, can't
okay.
they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, the power of three.
Yeah.
I did like the fact that even though they're learning these new powers, so I'm on about Prue and Phoebe more.
Mm.
They're learning these new powers that Phoebe can use her hands to
Yeah.
harness the power. She doesn't go back to the eyes. But I think
No.
it would have been a better touch for Phoebe to be using her eyes. Because obviously we're
Yeah,
meant to
definitely.
believe that Prue's honed these powers.
Yeah.
It kind of just she was like with her hands. And I was like,
Yeah, I kind of
no.
feel the same way. I kind of wish that Fit had gone back to it's almost like the
Mm,
powers reset because they're in a new body.
yeah.
That would have been really fun.
Yeah, that would have
And
been
she could have
fun.
talked about like, oh my God, I'm gonna get eyes like
Gonna get
yours.
wrinkles
Yeah, exactly.
on
Yeah.
my eyes. um, and obviously we don't see Leo with Piper's power either,
No.
which I think would have been quite interesting to see. Well, obviously he does die and then comes back to life, but it would have been
Slight
nice.
hitch.
Yeah, when he came back to life, like that he accidentally had this power and maybe like froze time just for a second,
Yeah.
just to see how he reacted to that. Or
Yeah.
maybe, do you think being a white lighter, he can't hone other powers? I don't know. Oh,
He does it later in the
yeah,
show.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah, he does do it later. Yeah.
But I wonder if he would have actually been able to freeze any of the sisters because their powers don't work on
Mm,
each other. Or the I'm a bit confused by this because I feel like Prue uses her powers on everything all the time,
yeah.
whereas Piper can't freeze her sisters.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if he would actually be able to freeze them or not. It would have been interesting to find
Mm,
out.
yeah, definitely. Matthew said Alyssa Milano slash Phoebe is so expressive with her eyes. People would have been flying around all over the
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
That's
that's
so
true.
true. Speed Rating said, yeah, two great episodes. Yes, also noticed the swing chair's leading role. Oh, the
Yeah.
swing chair. Um, so I've also got for mythology that we really do learn a lot about Leo in this
Mm,
episode and like what he was before being a white lighter. So obviously he was born in San Francisco. He mentions that he went off to the war.
hmm.
So obviously Piper
I
says, "You
don't know
mean
which
like
one.
Vietnam?" And he said,
Yeah.
"No, World War II." He
Oh, he did say,
says,
okay.
"Yeah." And then he mentions that he left med school because he was enlisted as a medic. And he wanted to help save people and not shoot them. And I was just like, can I
Yeah.
love Leo even more? So did you like getting that bit of extra information on Leo?
Loved it. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really, I love that kind of stuff. Because
yeah,
if he is going to be someone who's been around for a long time, you kind of want to know all about what happened before he was a white lighter.
yeah. That's so
So
true.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I feel like the fans were always waiting as well as the years go by, that we were always waiting for his past to come up again. And
Mm,
there are little bits and pieces that are dropped in there.
yeah.
I think Piper meets his ex-wife or something at some point, and maybe in season two.
Oh, yes. Something like that,
Yeah, I think
isn't
it's
it?
coming up quite soon actually.
Mm,
And
yeah.
then we meet some of his like old army veteran buddies
Mm,
in season four. So yeah, it's just like it's really nice character building. Gives him a
yeah.
history, makes him feel like more of a real person. Kind of
Yeah.
explains why and how he ended up where he is now, I guess.
Yeah, it just made me love him even more. And
I
you know how
know.
much that we love him. And yeah,
Yeah.
I just I love it. I love it. And I
I
think,
I was going
oh,
to
go on.
ask you about the fact that so in that scene that we're talking about, um, Piper kind of well, Leo says that he would clip his wings for her if that's what she
Mm,
wanted, and
yeah.
she says no, and then he's not in the next episode.
Mm,
And I was just thinking about this because at the time it didn't really register that much that he does sort of come and go without any grand sort of I guess like Piper doesn't really mope that much about him being gone.
yeah.
And I just wondered if it's like that was maybe what it was like dating in the 90s. We didn't have sort of 24/7 access to each other.
Mm,
We didn't
that's so
text. I've
true.
got people that I text every single day.
Mm,
And back in the 90s, that certainly wasn't the case.
yeah.
So I wonder if back then it wasn't that big of a deal for them to
Mm,
not be sort of in each other's pockets all the time.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
so true. Like, yeah, because like I'm just trying. I'm trying to think way back in the
I
'90s
know.
here, but yeah, that is so true. Like when, if I think back to like my first boyfriend, who did used to go off quite a lot. It was a whole thing, but like he, if I think about that, like yeah, I did have that worry. Like I'm like, oh, I hope he's
Haven't heard from
okay.
them for
Blah
a
blah blah.
while.
But you
Yeah.
just you just couldn't, unless obviously on the home phone you're phoning their home number or whatever. You're just not. You just don't
No,
know. So maybe
no,
it was. Maybe we have got too used to being too accessible to people.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because like they don't obviously say to each other, "Oh, I'll text you,"
Yeah.
or "I'll see you on Instagram," um,
Yeah. That's
which
it.
is which makes it's kind of I don't know. It makes it seem more romantic in some ways,
Mm,
or like more like tense in some way because
yeah.
they
It's more
don't know when they're going to be able
romantic.
to speak again or see each other again
Yeah.
unless he comes back.
And I guess, like, if you think about how social media actively encourages you post every day, do
Yeah,
this, do that. So their social media is actively making you be in people's lives all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, it was a simpler time back then,
Oh,
wasn't it?
yeah,
So
yeah.
simple.
I miss the days of not talking to everyone every day.
Oh dear. Did you notice anything else on mythology wise that you wanted to chat about? Or
I
about
did
the demon?
notice, I did notice that later in the series, later in the show, Leo says that he can't heal the dead.
Ah.
But in this episode, Piper does heal the dead. She heals dead him.
Yeah, of
So
course.
that's sort of like a little continuity thing, I guess.
Mm. Oh, interesting, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you could argue that he's a white lighter, so maybe he was a different kind of
Mm.
dead. Technically, he's already dead because he died in the war.
Yeah.
Um,
But
mm,
I guess maybe because it's all honed around love, isn't it? So
mhm.
the power became a healing power because she realized that she loved him and she admitted that she loved him. So
Yeah,
maybe like he can't heal people without having that much love. I don't
yeah,
know, maybe.
yeah. It's a
Maybe
good theory, but he
maybe
does say later on
once
that he couldn't heal Prue when she
oh
because she was dead.
yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like he does love Prue.
Yeah. Of course he does.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish he'd love me. Oh dear. So with the sister bond then, so obviously we've mentioned, Piper casting the spell, to swap the powers. And
Hmm.
obviously, as we've mentioned, the sisters explore these other powers and they have to really work together. And there's a few mishaps using
Yeah.
the new abilities. But I felt, and I feel like it came across, especially with Prue and Phoebe, that they had an appreciation more for each other's powers, especially Prue appreciating Phoebe more. Because I
Yeah,
think she
definitely.
says, "Oh, remember when I?" So Prue says, "Remember when I said you had no vision?" And Phoebe says,
Which is in
which
episode one.
time?"
That's
Yeah,
episode one, which is
nice little
insane
tie back.
continuity for this show.
Yeah, I love that
Yeah.
because obviously Phoebe goes, which time? So it's obviously happened multiple times.
Yeah.
And Prue says, oh, you will never hear it again. It takes a lot of strength to see what you see. And I was like,
Yeah.
Prue,
Yeah.
Prue. Like,
And
so,
she recognizes that she's like, do your ears always ring like that after having a premonition? And
yeah.
he was like, mm-hmm.
Because
She clearly
Phoebe,
appreciates it.
yeah, because Phoebe's power has always been a little bit looked down upon, I think, by the other two sisters.
Mm. And by
Um,
Phoebe as well. She's like, I'm stuck with the
yeah,
passive
she's
power.
not happy that she's got this power. So did
Yeah.
you kind of like that it explored that side and had that link to episode one, which I loved?
Yeah. Yeah, it
Did
was
you like
brilliant. I
that?
loved it. And I think it just shows that the show has gone from strength to strength in terms of
Mm,
understanding, not only understanding its characters, but also understanding fun ways to use magic to explore the characters' relationships.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you see the way that Prue knows Phoebe so well that she can figure
Mm,
out all of the triggers that will actually sort of make her power happen in the same way that it
mm,
did for her in the first episode. So she like calls
yeah.
her freebie,
Oh,
which is like a
Brit,
high
that
school,
line.
yeah, like a high school nickname. And she ends up spinning the magazine rack and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, I love
and
that.
like she talks about the car, something happened with the car, and Phoebe got grounded. So she knows that sister bond is so strong now. She knows all of the little things that would trigger her sister into
Mm,
using her powers.
yeah, and the two actresses as well. I mean, obviously we know the history, you know, with them personally, what happens down the line, but they just look so comfortable
Yeah,
together at that point. And that's what I really love about this season is like obviously it's before all the drama of whatever happens in later seasons personally and whatnot.
yeah,
You just see them bond so well. Well, I think you do
yeah,
in this
totally.
season,
Like
and
when
it's
they do
just
the high
really
five and they
nice.
miss, things
Yeah,
like that are really fun.
it's just so sweet, and I just love
Yeah.
that. And I think by the end, you can see that they're starting to enjoy themselves as well. I
Hmm.
think, and
Yeah, they
it
know why
really
they're
does come
there.
across.
They know what
Yeah.
they're doing. They know the characters. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I
great.
loved it.
Yeah.
Um, And then obviously, we're at a point where, you know, Piper is with Leo and they're split off. So obviously the power of three comes into question. Like they
Mm.
need to use the power of three at the end, apparently, to vanquish Alec. But then obviously, is it Phoebe who comes up with the idea
Yeah,
of
she's got
something
an idea.
else? So obviously,
Yeah.
he's vanquished in the end by Prue, who switches powers with him and kills him with his own touch of death hand.
Yeah.
And to me, that linked back to episode 1 as well, because the way Alec died was very similar to Javna,
Oh yeah,
the
episode
first
two.
demon that the sisters encounter. So
Second.
I was a bit. Oh, yes, sorry, second.
Yeah.
Forgot about what was the other one. I forgot his name now.
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
I
He's
don't know
going to
how
come
you
and get
managed to
me
forget
now.
Jeremy
How could I?
with his knife.
Oh, silly me. How could I
Yeah.
forget Jeremy?
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
definitely links way
I
back to the
kind of
start of the
liked that
season.
as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, did you like the way that they vanquished Alec in the end? Like that little twist of not using the power of three?
I did. I think purely I liked it on like an aesthetic level.
Mm,
I love the way it looked when she vanquished him and like
yeah,
his skeleton appears.
so good.
I love when she's like, bring him to me, Phoebe. And Phoebe like brings him across to her and yeah,
Commanding.
and she gets that moment of sort of feeling what it is like to have a demonic ability and just how much hatred it takes to actually activate it, which is such
Yeah.
a like quite an impactful moment.
Mm.
It was quite funny watching in that moment. Daisy is like, "You saved my life," and Prue's just like,
Like looking like just in a day's work, love.
she doesn't acknowledge her at all.
It's like Daisy
Yeah,
Who.
yeah, whatever, Daisy. Who are you again? Um,
Yeah, I really, really
yeah,
liked. I liked the way that they did have to work together slightly to kill Alec, but it wasn't emphasised about the power of three.
yeah.
Um, but
Which is
again,
kind of you can't have that every episode.
yeah,
So
exactly.
I didn't mind that they didn't do it, but I do agree that it is a can of worms in terms of who can do what and what are
Yeah,
the limits and
if
stuff.
you think about it a little bit too much, you're like, oh wait.
Yeah, exactly. Like it works nicely as like at the end of this story that has been all about switching powers. So like
Mm,
thematically it works really nicely, but yeah,
yeah,
as a wrinkle in the magic verse, it's kind of a bit
yeah,
like, meh, I don't know about
yeah. No, I agree. And then obviously, do you feel that Prue and Piper were supportive of what? No, Prue and Phoebe were supportive of what Piper was trying to do to save Leo, or do you think they just thought it was a lost cause? Because obviously he's dying from this poison
that.
arrow
Yeah,
that's been put into him by the Dark Lighter. So, what did you think of that? Do you think they were supportive? I think they were just like, flame die.
Phoebe was actually.
Yeah.
I liked the maturity of her actually going to Piper and saying, "This is going to be really difficult to hear, but maybe Leo isn't the one that we're supposed to save. We are supposed to
Mm,
save Daisy, who is mortal and she is an innocent." So it kind of makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, that's so true.
Um, and yeah, it's nice that they have that conversation that is really emotionally difficult to navigate, I suppose, and
Mm,
it throws up quite a difficult moral question.
yeah. And she did,
Um,
I give Phoebe a due. She did do it quite sensitively.
yeah, she did.
But ultimately it was like, just let Leo die, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
kind of. It was a
No,
bit like that.
but she
But they
did
don't know how
care.
important he is because he hasn't explained to them
No.
that he is their white lighter. You know,
Mm,
he's kind of kept it so on the down low that they
mm.
have no idea how important he is to them.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
Very
just the
true.
handyman.
Yeah, just he fixes all their issues now. So that's it.
Yeah,
With his toolbox and his
with
tight
his
jeans.
his tool belt.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't love his hair in this episode. It's not as good as it was
Yeah.
earlier in the
But he was
season.
dying, Josh. He was like,
He was,
so
yeah.
should we forgive him? No,
Yeah.
we like Leo as Leo.
And like his blanket was very high. I felt like it should have been a bit low.
Yeah, a bit lower and naked.
Yeah.
No clothes on at all. That's what we
No.
wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew said they're the witch equivalent of size queens when it comes to powers.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh dear. So talking about Leo then, obviously our love is pain is obviously the
Yeah.
Piper and Leo love story.
Yeah.
Um and this is the first time that Piper and Leo admit that they love each other.
I do.
And obviously which is the reason why Piper ultimately is able to save Leo. Did you like that they finally admitted their feelings to each other, or do you feel like it came out of the blue a little bit, or were you happy?
Um, there was a little part of me that kind of felt like you haven't spent that much time
No.
together. You've
Yeah.
kissed once. Does he remember that she kissed him? I think that was during the truth spell,
Oh, yeah,
possibly.
maybe. Yeah.
So it did feel slightly um, fast, maybe. But then
Yeah.
also, I feel like in your 20s, your emotions are running high. You've got life and death
Mm.
situations. You're both cute as a button.
Mm.
yeah, why wouldn't they love each other at this stage?
Yeah. And I love Holly Marie Coombs' acting in this episode
Yeah.
where she's just crying for like most of the episode and trying so hard to like fix Leo and oh dear, she
So
doesn't
she
really
spends
leave his
basically the whole
side.
episode either in the attic or in the living room.
Yeah,
She doesn't
that's it.
actually go anywhere. Do you think that's because of the break that she had to have from
Yeah, because
filming,
in the
maybe?
previous episode, it was the reason why she wasn't in it was because she had an operation in real life,
Yeah.
wasn't it? So maybe,
Maybe
yeah.
they eased her back in with this. Just
I
have her
think
lying around a lot.
like sitting there next to Leo. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Mind you, we all would, wouldn't we? We all
I
would.
would, absolutely. Mop his brow. I did love that line that Leo says that is like kind of a corny line, but just so brilliantly delivered when he
Yeah.
says, being with her broke the rules, but not being with her is breaking my heart.
Oh, oh dear.
It's like if he'd said it to Piper, it would have been really cringy, but because he said it to Phoebe, it
Yeah.
kind of was really nice and worked. And he's like trying to get her sister on his side. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, and we'd already had that previous episode where he'd confided in Phoebe as
yeah.
well, um, which was really nice to see that come full circle because Piper was a little bit angry at Phoebe over that. She's like, I can't believe you haven't told me this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
So she
that.
managed to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Well done,
Oh,
Phoebe.
yeah, well done, Phoebe. You did good
Yeah.
there. Matthew said, come on, both of you all would have professed your love for Leo the minute he bent over to pick up that toolbox. And you know it, we all would, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you got us. You got us figured
Yeah.
out. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Yeah, so, and how did you feel about that? Love was the trigger for the healing to, like, obviously, there's a point where Leo dies and they say he's dead.
He's
And
dead
then
for a
obviously,
while.
yeah, he's dead for a little while.
Yeah.
Um, and I suppose, like, back then, if I was watching it back then, I'd be like, oh, they're going to kill him off. That's
Yeah.
how serious it was. And then obviously, Piper uses the love that she has for him and realizes that will heal him. Was that a bit cheesy, or did you like it?
It is cheesy.
Yeah,
And that moment when Leo is like, that love was the trigger, all that kind of stuff is very, very cheesy.
yeah,
But I do like the fact that it is emotion that sort of helps them to tap into their powers. And it kind of
yeah,
makes sense that love is the thing that would trigger a healing ability because that's kind of what we do is when someone is
mm,
hurting if that we love, you try to help them and you're helping them through your love for them.
yeah, yeah.
So
That's so
I really
true.
liked it. I thought it was really nice, and
Yeah,
yeah, it kind of fitted with the way that the show does powers.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I think it suited them as characters as well.
Yeah.
Um, like, and even like their story that we know so far, it just kind of fitted really well.
Yeah, and it kind
Um,
of is such a nice trait for Leo to have. You know, he's doing everything that he's doing to help people is motivated by love on some level. You know, it doesn't have to be romantic love, but
yeah,
it can be a love for good people and a love for the world and a love for
mm,
goodness that is
yeah,
sort of
that's
like a really
true.
honourable and nice quality for
Yeah,
somebody to have.
yeah.
So yeah, he's a
Oh,
good egg, that Leo.
yeah, it just makes me all warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah,
And obviously on the love is pain slash work it vibes, work it.
work it.
Obviously we've got Andy who
We do have Andy.
is having trouble with internal affairs at work. He's
Yeah,
trying to protect Prue, and he's temporarily suspended from his duties because he kind of hands over his badge and gun.
yeah,
But that is for love of Prue, right? Obviously, we know in the next episode it is, but at that moment we don't know. We kind of know in the back of our head, but that is like
yeah.
proper love. He's like resigned for her.
I know. He's like, no, I'm not going to betray the woman of my life, the love of my
Yeah.
life. So he hands in, and I think it's like he does. I love the conversations that Andy and Prue have in this episode because
Mm,
there isn't any of this sort of like nonsense tiptoeing around each other. They're having like real heart to hearts, and we
yeah.
get to see how they are so similar. You know, Andy says, "What you're doing is the reason that I became a cop." So
Yeah.
she's saving the world in a different way to what he is, but they're still doing the
Mm.
same thing essentially.
Yeah, and I love his
So,
realization on that as well, considering what we've known in the past,
mm,
episodes with him, where he was quite, rejecting the idea of it a little bit, quite angry about
very
what was going
angry,
on. Yeah,
confused. That's
yeah,
my family priest.
that's my. I'm never gonna forget that. Oh
Don't
dear!
say a word, Prue.
Don't smashing the door through. Oh dear! Oh God!
I did love, or I kind of love, it's kind of tragic that he's protecting Daryl by not telling him anything. But
Yeah.
Daryl, Morris,
Daryl
he
loves
knows that
him.
he's
Yeah,
lying to his
Morris loves
face,
him.
and he doesn't want to be kept in the dark anymore.
No.
But it's kind of sad that, like, in the next episode, they don't get a goodbye. They,
No. I know.
yeah, it's really sad.
And I'll when we get into the next episode, I'll tell you one of the things that broke me when I watched that episode, and it was Morris. It was
No,
yeah. Oh,
at the
bless him.
funeral.
Yeah.
Oh,
He looks so sad.
I know, because he doesn't know what the hell
Like,
just happened.
it's like out of all of them, he looked the saddest. Like,
Yeah.
oh dear. Oh, my love for him.
But I mean, I mean, the actor as well spent more of his screen time over the first season with
Mm,
Andy, T.W. King, than with any of the sisters.
yeah,
So
no,
he's just
that's
lost
true.
his main co-star.
Yeah, so he's probably
So
thinking,
what the hell's going
uh-oh,
to happen to
what's
me?
going to happen to me in series
Yeah,
two? Yeah, but I think, like, it did come across like that, fiercely protective and, like, confusion over
yeah,
Andy. And
yeah,
I loved it. I loved it so much. And obviously, even at the ending, with, like, the twist ending where we find out Rodriguez, so the internal affairs guy with his eyes when he goes,
and it zooms in. It's like,
so obviously he kills his partner. Is it
yeah,
Johnson or
with the
something like
crazy
that?
spiky hair.
Yeah, he kills him in the car after like lip reading Andy, basically telling. Oh, it does open up
It
slightly to
does.
Morris, and obviously he gets lip read
He sa-
by
he
saying
says
Prue.
he says something like, "I can't tell you much. All I can tell you is that Prue is attached to every single one of our unsolved cases." It's like that's quite a lot, actually.
Yeah,
That's
and
more than
like
I would have said,
Morris has got
Andy.
to be thinking, what is going on?
Yeah, so she's a mafia wife or something.
Yeah. Oh, that, I kind of love that.
Yeah.
But did you like that kind of twist ending at the end of that episode? Obviously, leading into the final episode with
Yeah.
Rodriguez being red-eyed demon.
I loved it. I remember losing my over it when I first watched
Yeah,
it as a teenager and being like, "That's so cool!" Because
yeah,
he's been with this. So this is like his third episode,
I
possibly,
think
that
so.
he's been
Yeah,
in, something like
something
that.
like that.
And
Said that at the
so,
same time.
yeah,
We're in
and
June.
yeah, we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Um, so it's like, yeah, he's been around for a while, and you're kind of worried about him, but only because he represents a real world threat to
Yeah.
Andy and the sisters. So then when he suddenly turns out to be a demon, it's like, wow, what?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
good twist, very good twist. Because I
yeah.
remember
Did you
saying, I
did you
think,
remember it? Did you see it coming?
um, I did, I think I did know, I think I did know,
I think I did know.
I think I did know, I think I did know that. I think I did remember that he was a demon, but I remember you asking me, but I only think I remembered it from this episode because
Uh,
you asked me, I think in last month's chat, oh, do you think Rodriguez is like, scary, like sinister? Does he
oh
play it well?
yeah, that
And
was
I was like,
sneaky of me.
no,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because at that point, to me, he was just a bit like, yeah, a bit plain-ish
yeah.
Rodrigo. But obviously in this one, he's full intention, and
Oh
he's like
yeah,
very scary.
yeah. Big red
Oh,
eyes.
yeah. Look like
Yeah,
yeah, he needs to see a doctor,
yeah, he's
basically.
got something going on there.
Karen said, I think when we were talking about Leo, you just described Leo as Samwise from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
There's still good in this world, Frodo, and it's worth fighting for.
Oh,
Yeah.
Samwise, yeah.
Oh, Sam. Matthew said, I don't know if Prue is capable of tiptoeing around anything.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's why it went so horribly wrong, I think.
Yeah. Speed
Because
Rating
like,
said,
I'm keeping a secret, but I can't tell you what it
yeah, that's so true.
is.
Speed Rating said, my love for Morris has grown. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think my love for Morris has grown the more he's worn purple. He keeps
Yeah,
wearing those
the
beautiful purple
combo.
shirts.
Yeah, that's so true. Speed Rating said, please tell me at least we still see him. I think Morris, we do.
Oh.
Don't
Have you
we?
not seen
We
the
do.
rest of the show?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So was there anything in like, Love is Pain or work dramas that you picked up on as well, that you wanted to chat about?
Um,
Did we
Not
cover most of it?
really. I quite
Yeah.
I quite liked that Prue and Phoebe were going on vacation where they wanted to meet men with no strings attached.
Oh yes, I forgot about that. That was good.
Why not? Go for it. Good for you.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm definitely Phoebe instigated that, right?
yeah, completely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that was just an excuse to get Shannon Doherty in that combo of the bikini and
yeah,
the
yeah.
denim jacket. Stunning.
Where they were going to Cabo? I don't know where that
Carbo?
is. Is
No,
that
I'm not sure. I want
Mexico?
to.
Or?
I feel like this has come up before in another chat that I've had, and I said exactly the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
where's Carbo?
Is it spelled Kabo? No, that's a clothing line. Oh, no.
Sorry for
Is
my
it
coughing.
Cabo? I can't figure out where
Ooh.
it is.
If
But
you know in the comments, guys, let
yeah.
us know.
But
Let
I
us
feel like
know.
she's going on a plane wearing a bikini.
Yeah, go girl.
That's very 90s of her.
It's the 90s.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for coughing down your
Oh,
ears
it is
as
in
well.
Mexico.
Oh, Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Cabo
Lovely.
with a C. Oh, okay.
Mm.
So sign of the times. Did you notice any sign of the times in this episode? Oh,
Just the listening thing that the other IA guy was
oh
doing.
yeah, and he's like poking the
His
thing
own
out the window.
microphone. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one. I like
Yeah.
that. Oh,
I think that
so
was it.
90s.
Yeah.
I've noticed in this one, and I don't know why we've never said this before, because I was like,
Oh,
whoa. So, Sign of the Times, the opening shots, because they extended it in this episode of like
Oh
the opening
yeah,
shots of San Francisco, and then
yeah,
obviously the cars on the bridge shot, and they're
yeah.
all like 90s, early
90s
2000s.
cars.
Yeah. And I was like, oh,
Yeah,
wow. And obviously, that's always, even on the Blu-ray, it doesn't clear that footage up. It's always grainy as
it
well, and it has
is.
that 90s
Stock footage.
effect. And I
Yeah,
was like, oh, I really like that. And why have we never thought that as a sign of the
I
times before?
know.
I don't know, but we just
It's
took
funny
it for
that you bring,
granted.
yeah, it's funny that you bring that one up because I remember watching this episode this morning. As I was watching those cars go over the Gate Bridge, I
Mm.
was like, though all those people in those cars have no idea they're in Charmed.
Yeah.
You know, they have
Oh,
no
dear.
idea they're in Charmed.
That's so true. But I
Yeah,
wonder if anyone watches it back and is like, oh, that's my car.
yeah,
There's
that would
that
be
one
so
there.
cool.
Claim to fame. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. That'd be so good. So charming dialogue then. So there's so many. This episode is just jam packed with like brilliant
Yeah.
lines. It's really hard to choose. But go on, you go first. Did you have any
I
that you?
only have I only have Phoebe lines. I couldn't
Yeah, I
find
think most of mine are probably
yeah.
Phoebe.
This episode and the next episode, Phoebe was just so funny.
Yeah.
I think because there was so much heavy stuff going on, she was really called on to sort of lighten the
Mm,
mood
that's
slightly.
true. Yeah.
So Phoebe at the start of the episode says to Prue, who is wearing a bikini, "You're making me look frumpy. It's like a sign of the apocalypse," which is brilliant.
I love that. That's a brilliant line.
And then at the end of the episode, she says, "Is it just me, or could you draw a chalk outline around this place?"
Which is facts.
Yeah,
Factual, definitely.
yeah.
Then what's your
What
third
about
one?
you?
What you tell me your third one.
Oh
Have
no,
you
I
got a
haven't got.
third one?
Oh, it
Oh, I
was
thought you
just
said three, sorry.
no, just
It's
two.
my mush brain.
Don't worry. I probably did
um
say three.
so I've got Phoebe's line where she said it's a supernatural Freaky Friday.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And then I've got Prue
Which was
saying,
before the remake even came out. So that's like a deep cut line because
yeah,
that
I
film's from the
loved it.
70s.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I've got Prue saying, what is he again about Leo? And then Phoebe saying, he's a white lighter, kind of like how Peter Pan has Tinkerbell. They're sort of like that, only minus the tutu and the wings,
Yeah.
which I thought was brilliant.
Yeah. Although
Uh,
Tinkerbell doesn't wear a tutu. She wears a dress.
no, yeah, it's a little dress, isn't it?
Yeah. Phoebe.
Facts.
Mm.
Obviously, we've got the line that we've mentioned about Prue saying, "What was it in high school that the guy started calling you after they caught you making out with someone under the bleachers?" And Phoebe goes, "It's not gonna work." And Prue goes, "What was it? Oh yeah, freebie."
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. There's so many plays on Phoebe's name. I love it.
Yeah.
And I do.
What's that bit in Friends when they say peehee?
Oh, I know
It's when
what you mean.
Chandler's mistyped something.
Yeah, I know
I
what
don't
you
know.
mean. I can't think, but
Yeah.
we'll find it. But there's so
Yeah.
many there's so many good lines in this. Um, I've got
Arachnophobia. Sorry.
arachnophobia. Yeah, we could go on,
Yeah.
on and
Why not?
on. I've got Prue saying about when Piper is like trying to heal Leo, I think. Prue goes, maybe we should just let her be. I mean, we're not the ones who fell in love with a warlock, a ghost, a geographically undesirable handyman, and a very dorky grad student. And
Ah,
I was like,
poor old Josh.
Prue.
He wasn't that dorky.
No, it wasn't
He
that
was
bad.
lovely.
Yeah.
Just as
Um,
Josh.
and my final one is Leo saying about the Darklighters, that they seduce innocent women. Their goal is to create evil through reproduction. And Phoebe goes, great, Generation 666.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. She had
So
some
good.
bangers this episode.
She did. It was really, really tough just to write down a few, to be honest.
Yeah.
Matthew says, freebie. So sister of the episode on this one. So who's Sean in this episode? Who are you gonna
Oh,
pick? It's tough, this
I
one.
can't decide.
Oh, it's so hard.
Yeah, like Piper obviously does a lot of emotional work, and
Yeah.
it kind of is her episode, but I think that it's like a real sign of how good the writers are getting that you can't really
Mm,
pick one because everyone's doing stuff that's really good.
yeah. Yeah, I
Probably has to be
agree.
Piper though, doesn't
I've
it?
yeah, I've put on my notes. It's got to be Piper, right? Because
Yeah.
obviously, she goes through such emotional turmoil. She brings
Hmm.
Leo back to life. She comes up with the idea about,
Yeah.
well, not the idea, but finding the spell to swap the powers.
Yeah.
Um, but those one-liners Phoebe had, oh, and
Brilliant.
Shannon Doherty in that bikini. It's just so hard to pick.
I
Can't
know.
pick.
I know. We love them all.
Yeah, Matthew said I picked Freebie in this episode.
Ah, she's very funny in it.
They were so good.
Yeah.
So brooms out of 5 for Love Hurts, Josh.
Oh, I feel like it's a 4.5.
That's what I've written down. 4.5 for
Yeah,
me.
because it's
Yeah,
really, really, really good episode.
yeah.
But it didn't quite hit the magic number five for me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I've got 4.5 as well. I put
Oh, okay.
it's got a good action, a bit of romance, a bit of comedy. So it's got a little bit of everything, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And I like how the lesson of it is like that, you know, love heals and, you
Yeah.
know, hate kills kind of thing. There's a nice
Mm,
message to it. But yeah, there was
yeah.
just something, I did feel like there was something missing in it.
I wonder if it is the fact that it is such a can of worms in
Mm,
terms of swapping powers, where it's a really fun idea, but the more you think about it, the less it actually makes
yeah,
sense.
I think that's what maybe took it away a little bit for me. I was just
Yeah.
because I kept thinking about it over and over, and I'm like, well, surely this just changes the outcome of everything,
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
And why didn't they discover that spell before when Phoebe was feeling sort of like she'd been shortchanged with her powers?
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Meh.
they could have stolen a power off another warlock.
Right.
I mean that opens a whole nother whole nother
It
conversation.
does, it does.
Yeah.
Which could have been like a whole other episode.
Mm,
Um, they kind of do
yeah.
explore that a little bit later in season three. There's one about an empath, um,
Oh, yeah.
which kind of plays around with demons' abilities to have witches' powers and
Yeah.
stuff. So they kind of do go
Oh,
back to it.
okay. Your memory is like so good, Josh, honestly. You got such a good memory.
I feel like the number of times I've watched this show, I would have to have I don't know. It makes sense. Sorry, I've watched it a lot.
Oh, I love that. Matthew says 4.5 brooms, maybe 4.75 brooms.
What?
Wow, so close.
Yeah.
Milena said 4 brooms for me. Yeah, so we're all around the
Oh,
same. That's
yeah. We all
good.
liked it.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah, it
good.
was a good,
Like
solid
that.
episode.
Yeah. So should we jump into the season finale?
Oh, it's the last episode.
Oh, episode
I'm scared.
22, which is called Deja Vu all over again.
Oh yeah, say that
Oh,
again.
yeah, definitely. Deja Vu all over again. Oh, God. My slow brain there, Josh. My slow, cold
What was it
filled
called again?
brain.
I've got deja vu
Deja
all over again.
Vu. Oh dear. All day I've been singing that oh God, it's come out of my head now. I've been singing it all day. Deja vu. Oh, I don't know. I'll
Is
put it
it
on a thing.
is it a
Dua
Little Mix
Lipa,
song or something?
Dua Lipa
Oh
song, isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah, that was it. I just sang it really badly then, so we'll skip over that.
All right.
Speedway Chick said 4 brooms for
Nice.
Love Hurts.
Nice.
Yeah, all around the same on that one. So the blurb for this one then, and there was a lot to get in, so I've tried to summarise as much as I can. So obviously, Inspector Rodriguez killed his partner, Inspector Anderson, in the previous episode, and has found out about the Charmed Ones. He is really a demon sent by the Source to find out why the ranks of warlocks have declined over the past few months. So he's doing a bit of investigating.
Yeah.
So the demon Tempest appears to him. Tempest says he was sent by the source to help kill the charmed ones and offers help to Rodriguez, who kind of thinks he doesn't need any help, right? But I
Yeah.
think he kind of
Do
does.
they say? I swear they don't say the source though. I swear they
Oh,
just
don't
say.
they? Have I just like presumed that?
No, but you're right. You are completely
Yeah.
right. But I think in this episode they hadn't named the source yet.
Oh,
But
okay. No,
just sorry, splitting
that's just
hairs.
my brain going
Yeah,
too
no, because
far ahead.
you know what's going on. So
That's it.
it's the sauce.
The sauce,
It's the old
tomato.
sauce. Yeah.
Bit of Worcestershire sauce.
Oh,
Yum yum.
yeah,
So meanwhile, because of the endless loop that obviously Tempest puts them in, Phoebe has a strong case of the deja vus. And she even sees Andy's death at the hand of potentially a warlock. They're not sure.
no,
And meanwhile, Piper is preparing for a TV spot that wanted to feature Quake. And after an encounter with an old school acquaintance who appears to have it all, Piper
Joanne.
considers, yeah, Joanne, Piper considers her future and her dreams. It
Yeah,
was really hard to summarise, like, this whole episode, to be honest. I struggled with that when I was
yeah.
writing it.
No, it was
So,
good. Well done.
yeah, oh, thank
That
you,
was it.
Josh.
That was it.
Thank
Yeah,
you. So we'll start again. We'll start with demon or demons in this case of the
ooh,
episode.
yeah,
So we'll start off with Inspector Rodriguez.
yeah.
So obviously, I think we do find out he's like an upper level demon,
Hmm.
working for somebody. And obviously, as I mentioned, had been sent to find out why all these warlocks are getting killed, and there's
Yeah,
something weird going on. Um, and obviously, this has all happened, I think, in the space of a year as well. So
yeah.
he decides to pose as, obviously, as we know, as an undercover cop even, not copped. Um, my brain, oh dear, it's been a long time.
We're
Um,
we're getting there.
yeah, he decides to pose as an undercover cop, as his instinct is that it's someone in the police force that is
Yeah,
protecting what's going on, or they should know what's going on. Um, and yeah, so what did you think of Rodriguez? So obviously now we know he's this demon. We saw his big red eyes in the previous episode. Like, do you think he upped his ante in the finale, or do you think he really did need that help from Tempest?
yeah. I think he did need the help. I feel like he was sort of like he had ideas above his station slightly. Like
Yeah.
his plan was a bit rubbish. His
I
plan
mean,
was
did he have a
basically
plan?
no, it was like, I'm going to go into the house and kill him. It's like, okay, how? He
Yeah, he
does
didn't think it
succeed.
through.
He does succeed in killing two of the sisters
Mm,
on one of the tries. On his second try, he kills two of them. So he's definitely determined. I feel like he's sort of getting through by the power of his determination more than anything else.
mm,
Um, I do love this sort of conspiracy angle. I think it brings something really different and interesting to the show that
yeah.
feels, I guess, kind of grown up. It's kind of like cop show
It did
stuff.
feel a bit like that.
Yeah,
I
which
thought
kind of
that.
grounds the sort of like fun, campy magic stuff.
Mm,
And it kind of lends an edge to the show that maybe it wouldn't have had if it was purely, just the sisters fighting monsters of the week.
yeah.
So I like his presence, and I like that there is this sense of a larger demonic world that we don't know about, and
Mm,
also like a demonic world that is able to infiltrate the human world undetected.
yeah.
Like that's a
No.
really scary, cool idea, I think.
Yeah, I like that as well. And the pure fact that you do get told that he's there because someone sent him there because of all of these, you know,
Mm,
weird happenings that have been going on. So someone's monitoring the amount of warlocks that aren't coming back
yeah.
into
Someone's
into the
got their
dark
like
world.
demonic ledger and they're crossing off all these names and they're just like, what is going on in San
What?
Francisco?
They've disappeared.
Yeah,
Can
what is
you
happening
imagine
over
like a
there?
board on the wall that says like how many days since last incident or
Exactly.
something in the demon world.
Yeah.
Can you
Oh,
imagine?
back to zero.
Oh
Damn it.
yeah. Oh, dear. And
Yeah.
someone's like, this has been at zero for the past few months. What's going
Yeah.
on?
What's happening?
Yeah.
It's
But
kind of, did you find it a bit weird that he didn't just know it was the Charmed Ones, or that he didn't know who the Charmed Ones were?
yeah, because all the warlocks, or if you think about it, that have appeared, all seem to know about the Charmons, but he just didn't seem to know anything. He was pretty
He's been
useless.
so deep undercover that he's
Yeah,
missed all of this.
yeah. So that's what I
Mm.
mean. So obviously, I know you say he was determined, but I think he was only determined at the point that Tempest made him determined, if that
Yeah.
makes sense, because he was just bumbling along, really. I can understand why Tempest appeared. He was like,
Yeah.
go and sort that Rodriguez out.
Yeah,
Go
yeah. What is
and
this guy
sort him out.
achieving?
What's he
I'm looking at my
doing?
costs, and my costs aren't adding up because what's he
No.
doing? He's
He's
got an
having
apartment in San
too many
Francisco.
donuts.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I thought, yeah, he upped the ante. Now we know he was a demon, but I just thought I'm not sure whether he would have carried on after that first trot. Mind you, then the
Mm,
time loop wouldn't have gone back, would it? So they kind of needed Tempest for that, I guess. Otherwise,
yeah.
one of the sisters would be dead.
Yeah, I
Let's
know, right?
face it, yeah.
What I
Hmm.
find crazy is the fact that so he shows up at their house at 6 p.m. the first
Yeah.
time, 6 p.m., kills Phoebe, and then the time doesn't actually reset for like another 6 hours. It resets at midnight.
Yeah.
So we missed like a whole 6 hours of Piper and Prue grieving the death of Phoebe.
Mm.
Um,
Oh
just
yeah, I
don't
didn't
see it
think
at
of
all,
that. Yeah.
which is just sort of a bit crazy because it seems, I guess it would be really quite upsetting
Well,
to
yeah.
watch. Yeah,
But it would have been nice just to see a glimpse of it, maybe,
yeah,
in some way.
yeah.
Hey, it's lucky it wasn't daylight savings time when he's turning that little clock back. Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
What time is it? What time is it?
That's like me when the clocks go back. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what
I
time
feel
it
like
is
it's really
anymore.
late, but I don't think it is.
Oh dear. So obviously the second demon is that we've got. Oh, can I just point out as well? Rodriguez shooting that cuckoo clock in the middle of the
Yeah.
street, and no one notices.
No one
Just
cared.
fires that gun, and no one cares.
Smashes a window, blows up a
Mm.
clock.
Don't
Yeah.
care, does it? Don't
No,
care.
no one cares. You
Yeah.
think the flower guy at least would come over and be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. What are you doing, ripping up my carnations?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And
do. I did love the escalation of his frustration. That's a good lyric. That's like a
yeah,
rap. The
yeah, woohoo.
escalation of his frustration. I loved how it went from just sort of like, "Oh, I'm going to smell this flower," to, "Oh, I'm going to rip off this flower,"
Yeah,
to then I'm going to
yeah,
blow up
that
that
was
clock.
quite good. Now I think about it, it
It
did
was really, it's effective
did show a good escalation on that point,
of his
and
frustration.
yeah, of his frustration. um, but also as well, I liked the fact that he was the first demon to kind of display the throwing of the energy balls as
Oh
well.
yeah,
I was like,
that's
oh, this is
so
cool.
true.
Yeah, I did like that.
I didn't even notice it because you just become so used to them doing that that it
Yeah.
didn't register that that was the first time we'd seen that.
I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
kind of like this.
So maybe that's why he felt so like cocksure because he's like, I've got
Yeah,
energy balls.
I've got balls. I've got
Yeah, I've got
balls.
balls like killer, killer
I've got
balls.
fireballs.
Yeah.
My balls are on fire.
Yeah. They'll
Yeah.
knock you off your feet.
Pew pew. Oh dear. Can't be silly. Oh, I love a bit of silliness.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to laugh too much either as well because it will start me coughing, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
and then I'll be coughing balls. Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh
I'd love to see
no!
that.
It might happen. Um, so obviously the second demon, as we've just mentioned, is Tempest. So he's been sent. He's like a demonic sorcerer who can turn back time. And he's played by, and I didn't write the name down of the actor, but he's Kill Bill, right?
Yeah, David Carradine,
Yeah! I
Kill
was like,
Bill.
how awesome that
Yeah,
he was in Charmed, and I'd never clocked it before.
yeah,
And I love that. I
it's
love him.
Bill.
Such a good actor.
I am going to kill.
Oh, Matthew's just put, I want to see Shelley cough some balls.
Oh, I don't.
Oh dear.
Well, maybe I do.
On the OnlyFans later. Um,
Only coughs.
only coughs. Um, so obviously, I've put all. He's also known as the Devil's Sorcerer, and he's quite
Yeah,
powerful and respected. And he has this ability to manipulate time. And I love the way he goes, "This is why I've been sent to you to keep resetting time until you learn your failures." So he's kind of there
yeah,
to like teach Rodriguez a bit of a lesson.
yeah, exactly.
So obviously Rodriguez fails to kill all three witches, and Tempest
Yeah.
like traps them in this time loop. So did you like that element? Because we've had a bit of time loop, time travel before in Charmed, but with
Mm.
this, I think it was used quite effectively, in my opinion. Did you like that
It was great. I think,
aspect?
yeah, absolutely. I thought it really raised the stakes. It made you
Mm,
wonder how the hell they're going to survive this because he has unlimited attempts. Because even if he
mm,
dies, he comes back. Um,
yeah,
yeah, and I thought the episode, the writer, I think it was written by Brad Kern, he did a really good job of, um, like obviously if you're seeing the same events numerous times, that can get quite boring. So I think
yeah,
the show did a really good job of not showing, everything all over again. It was very, well, there were two things that they did. The first thing was they chopped up the scenes a bit, so you weren't just watching the
mm,
whole scene again. But also, I think the genius was the fact that Phoebe senses that something is wrong basically
yeah,
immediately, and that is so great because it means that the Groundhog Day ness of it all is immediately disrupted by her doing something different.
yeah,
So that's really fun. It's not just this like stagnant repetition of the same things over and over again. Um,
yeah. I love
so I think
that.
it worked really well. I really liked it as a conceit.
Yeah, and I really like with time loop storylines where the items that happen over and over again are really like visual as well. So obviously you
Yeah,
had the car with the
Kit.
fender bender like line and that. So everything was really like memorable from the first
Yeah,
time as well. Like you didn't think, oh, did that happen the first time or not? So it's almost like a
exactly.
psychological thing in your brain that it does make it stick. Do you know what I mean? Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
yeah, totally. Yeah, because then by the third time you're like, okay, we're kind of on the same page as Phoebe, going,
Yeah,
Cat's gonna knock over the salt shaker, then the car's
yeah.
gonna crash, and then we get the premonition. So
Mm.
we are Phoebe in that scene by that point.
Yeah. So I wonder if there's like there is like a thing where certain things do stay in your brain like that in certain
Yeah,
orders. Because I mean I know what my brain's like and I'm not sometimes I'm quite forgetful. So things like that I just think, oh I'm clever because
yeah,
I
exactly.
remember.
They're like, I guess they're sort of like clues. They're
Mm.
like memorable clues in a way.
Oh,
Um,
excuse me,
oh,
1 second.
he's off. Go and have a good cough.
I'm done.
Oh, good.
Oh, um,
Did you like Tempest as this sort of like higher up demon?
yeah, do you know what? I really liked him and I loved his little pocket watch and I just loved the casual way that, he was played as well, by the
Mm,
actor. Like just even outside of that clock shop, which was just
yeah,
genius. And
yeah,
he's just kind of standing there and he's like you can tell he's over Rodriguez as well. He's just like
yeah.
been sent here to do a job
This guy's a
and
moron.
yeah, and that's it. It's just like,
Yeah,
can he just get on with it already, kind of thing.
yeah.
And I like the
I liked his look. I liked his sort of
yeah,
Highlander style. I feel like somebody on this show loves Highlander because
mm,
we had the Lord of War, the God of War
oh
dude,
yeah,
and then we've got this guy who's got this
yeah.
sort of like leather bodice.
They
It
did
feels
make
very
him. They
Highlander.
did really make him, look sinister.
Yeah,
Considering as well that the sisters defeat him without seeing him as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
which I
they
thought
do.
was pretty cool.
Yeah, they don't know.
Um,
They don't know what
yeah,
he looks like.
no. So how
Just
would they
in the book,
ever?
it's just a blowing wind face. That
Yeah, and I liked his little what do you call it? Little sand
bag of
timer
dust.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
glittery
But
dust.
do you remember that program in the 80s? It might have been a UK thing. One sec, I just need to cough. One
Oh,
second, sorry.
the suspense is killing me.
I'm
Have you
over
got
it
any
now.
water?
I've done. Yeah, I've got tea,
Yeah.
I've got water, I've got
Okay.
everything around me. Honestly,
All right.
sorry guys.
That's all right.
So you know that do you remember Teabag? I feel, do you remember that TV series Teabag?
Yeah. Was it a
Yeah,
green witch?
yeah, and I just got a feeling in the back of my mind, like when he was doing that thing with the sand, that's what I thought I remembered from that
Oh
TV program.
yeah. Was she called Grot Bags?
Grotbags was something else, I think.
Oh,
No, she was called Teabag.
was she?
I don't know, I might have made this
Ooh.
up. This might have been Shelley's
Are you having a
imagination.
moment?
But anyway, whatever he was doing with that sand, it
Oh yeah,
flashed me back to that.
Teabag.
Teabag.
There she is.
Yeah.
I remember her. God, that's been a while.
Yeah. I used to love
Season
it.
5 was in 1989.
Oh, blimey. I'm old.
God.
Shh.
So it started in 85.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Yeah, so that all that whole every time I see, I mean, it's been a while since I've watched that, but every time I see anything like that with the sand and stuff, that's
Mm.
what I think of for some reason. But
Oh.
could be wrong. Could be wrong. um. So obviously, did you have anything else for demons of the episode?
No, not really. I do like it when they have a couple of demons kind of working together, I guess,
Mm.
is another thing that I noticed that they started doing in the show. And I think it worked quite
Yeah,
nicely.
I quite like that. I like them doubling up a little bit.
Yeah, it just gives
Definitely.
them someone to talk to, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Gives them a little pal.
Yeah.
So the mythology then, I've written down because I struggled with the mythology on this one a little bit because I think it's obviously there's so much happens in the episode. Obviously that
Mm,
big death at the end.
yeah.
So I've got that Prue deviates a magical attack for the first time in the
Oh.
episode.
What, so she
Um,
grabs the energy ball and throws it back?
Yeah, I don't think we've seen that
Yeah.
before. She uses the demons thing back at him in a kind of way,
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
and as I mentioned, the first time they defeat a demon or a warlock without seeing them in person.
Mm,
Um, but obviously, it's the first episode where Phoebe has a premonition as well that she's not destined to stop. Um,
yeah.
and obviously, Andy dies ultimately in the end. And I
Yeah.
thought, oh, that's quite interesting on the mythology side because we've not seen that before, where she's not actually been able to not stop it. We've
Because
always seen her stop it.
Even Prue tells Andy, everything that we've seen previously, we pretty much have been able to prevent
Yeah.
or
Mm,
affect in some way. And yeah, they don't save him. But yeah, I
no.
was going to ask you, do you think that this is an episode then that shows how Prue is the one who is actually willing to make big sacrifices in
Mm.
service to the greater good? Because she knows that the time will reset if they kill Rodriguez, and that will bring Andy back as well.
Yeah.
But she chooses not to do it.
I did wonder about that because I have to admit, by the end, so obviously Andy's died. She's made that decision that she's not going to turn back time, and I was like, I'm not actually sure she was that upset about it. If I'm
Yeah.
completely honest, considering we know from the '70s episode that they used to play together when they were little, so this isn't just like someone. That she just used to go to school with. They used to play
Mm,
together when they were really little as well.
yeah.
So to me, like, it, I don't know. I think yeah, maybe she just made peace with it in her head that this
Yeah.
was how it's got to be. This is fate, and there's no way to change it. Because he kind of
Yeah.
does say that to her, doesn't he, when they meet up at the ghostly plane,
Hmm.
ghostly plane, isn't it, kind of
Yeah.
thing. He kind of just says, "Look, this is my accept my fate," kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
What do
I
you
feel like
think on
I
that?
feel like she was kind of in shock. And
Yeah.
also she had just had that conversation with him where he kind of said it's gonna be okay.
Mm,
Um, so I guess maybe she was honoring his feelings and what he said
yeah.
rather than, I don't know, being some kind of martyr. I don't know.
Yeah. It was a bit.
Mm,
I guess they just wanted him gone, right, for some reason.
yeah,
But
basically. Because he
but
never came back. There are so
no.
many ways Andy could have come back, particularly if he was the right
Yeah.
writer, but he never did.
I wonder if he just didn't want to come back, or
Yeah, maybe. I know that the showrunners felt like he was holding Prue back as a character. You know,
oh,
so much of the season is about her relationship with Andy, and
I
she's
can
got
see
very
that.
little outside of that. So I
Mm,
guess they wanted to break away from that, and
yeah,
that's the best
maybe.
way to do it is to kill him off.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously it's the first time that we've seen, someone, one of the main characters, let's say, actually die. Obviously, we
Yeah,
see the sisters die before the time loop, which is shocking enough. That's
yeah,
quite jarring, isn't it, to see that?
hmm,
Because you think, gosh, the stakes are like really, really high in this.
yeah,
But then obviously to go through and kill one of the main characters off, that's a big, big deal, really.
yeah,
And
totally.
quite a brave thing to do.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
definitely. Yeah, he's
it's
been in pretty
like,
much every episode this season.
yeah. It's like
Um,
if you think about, I always, I'm probably going to get hate for this, but I always like say in Stranger Things in series four, they should have killed Matt. Oh, this is a spoiler, by the way. Spoilers for Stranger Things series four, if you haven't seen it. But they should have killed Max at the end. They should have just killed it off, but I felt like they
mm,
chickened out. And I think that,
yeah.
like, nowadays, shows do chicken out of killing the main characters off.
Oh
So I
God, yeah,
think,
and films as well, like Scream
yeah,
Six. Everyone blooming survives
yeah, exactly.
in a
So I
slasher
feel
film.
like it's very brave, especially for a show back in the 90s, to obviously, this was pre Game of Thrones, remember, to,
Yeah,
to kill a main character off like that.
yeah.
Um, and do
I
it
think
in
it
the way that they
feels,
did.
yeah, and it feels right to do it in a season finale because it's sort of,
Mm,
you want that big explosive shocking ending to a season.
yeah,
So yeah, I think
yeah,
it feels like the right thing to have done within the
yeah,
story. It's
yeah, I
kind of a
think it
shame
did.
because, like as we've said, now that the secret's out, I kind of like Andy more than I did at any other
Yeah,
point in the season.
because I've always been up and down with Andy throughout the whole series, and but the last few episodes, I've been like, yeah, I'm really on board with Andy, and that's because he's coming to the realization of
Yeah,
the sisters and their powers and things like that. And I think that would have been quite good to explore.
it
So
really would.
do you think they made the right decision killing him off? Then you think, yeah?
I think
I'm
they
like
did.
undecided. I'm not sure.
I think ultimately it was the right decision because they do kind of explore that with another character next season instead.
Yeah,
So they kind of haven't lost the opportunity to do that. I just think it does make sense because they've not only freed up Prue, they've also freed up a lot of storytelling time that was dedicated to this character that maybe not many people actually liked.
yeah, yeah. That's fair.
So
That's fair.
yeah, kind
Definitely.
of, I think it was the right decision.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a bit like flip floppy about it. I'm like, yeah, but then also
mm,
potential.
yeah,
Matthew said Prue did the right thing. It was time for Andy to go. Hair gel was starting to go out of style by the late 90s.
yeah.
So
He was
true.
out of style.
Oh, sorry. I think I missed a couple of comments. Kept having kung fu flashbacks. He was on kung fu too. Oh, talking about
Ah, David
David.
Carradine.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. So did you pick anything up on the mythology side of things? It was hard with this one, I think.
Yeah, I guess we've already talked about the fact that Tempest and Rodriguez are serving a higher evil power. So
Mm,
that's sort of a massive hint at a whole mythology that we don't really know
Yeah.
about yet. So
Yeah.
that's like a fun little sort of
Little tidbit.
dangling. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I liked that Phoebe recognizes that she's had the same premonition before, even though she shouldn't remember
Mm,
anything from the time loop.
yeah, that's
Um,
true.
and I love that she remembers that she's supposed to be having a premonition at a certain point, but she hasn't had it yet.
Yeah.
And she remembers the premonition. So yeah, it's like a nice little new addition to her ability.
Mm,
And it makes sense that she's the one that does remember
yeah.
flashes of when the time loop restarted, because she does have the power of premonition. So she has
Yeah.
some kind of link to time.
I love that. Have you
Yeah,
ever
very
had like
smart.
really bad deja vu though? It's
Oh, all the
really
time.
freaky, isn't it?
So weird.
It's so,
Yeah.
so weird. It
You
really
get like
is.
a weird sort of floaty feeling, and you're like, "What? I feel like this
Yeah, like,
hasn't." No.
yeah, it's so
Yeah. Is anyone
weird.
else getting this feeling?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
And I love as well how Prue starts a tradition as well at the end. So Prue
Yeah.
obviously magically closing the door like she does in episode one, I believe it
Yeah.
is. Um, and obviously this later becomes a tradition in the show as well.
Hmm.
So I kind of like how they put
It's
that in
nice.
there.
Yeah. It's a nice little
Yeah,
bookend.
I like that.
Yeah.
So obviously the sister bond then, obviously the stakes are higher in this one. All three sisters are in danger. You know, when Rodriguez comes, as we mentioned, he first kills Phoebe in the first time before the time
Hmm.
resets. Then the next one it's Phoebe and Piper before the time resets. So it is really, you know, they really do have to work together.
Yeah.
So do you think that they work together well to defeat the bad guys in this one?
I think so. There
I
isn't
think
really
it was a bit
much.
of luck.
Yeah, I think it was kind of luck. There wasn't really much time in the episode for them to have these like the best sisterly bonding moments were right at the end
Yeah.
when when Piper talks about her future at Quake, which we'll get to, and then Prue is talking about Andy, and those are two really lovely moments between the sisters. But yeah, in
Yeah.
terms of like defeating the demon, there kind of was a sense of a bit of a plan, but not really.
Yeah. It was a little
They're
bit of
playing
luck,
catch up the whole way through,
really.
aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. And a bit
Yeah,
of luck, but then also, as you mentioned, a bit of, you know, goodness from Phoebe's part that her ability could do, you know, could project the deja vu kind of thing as well. So,
yeah.
yeah, I thought
It's
that.
kind of yeah, it's kind of interesting that this episode became so much about a time loop. You'd think that because it's the end of the first season, you'd kind of expect it to be more about them like affirming their commitment to being charmed ones. That, you know,
Mm,
maybe their powers go wonky, um,
yeah.
or you know, maybe Andy would have died sooner so that they have more of a crisis of faith, and they
That's
start to
true.
question their commitment to being
Yeah.
witches. But they don't really do that, which I guess is cool because it's unexpected.
Mm,
I guess they kind of do it maybe at the beginning of the next season.
mm. No, I know
Um,
what you're saying. It is kind of,
yeah,
for a season finale, is kind of a brave one to
yeah,
put like a time loop in because you're relying on the viewer as well, like being happy that they're seeing these scenes repeated, albeit as you mentioned, like slightly different each time.
mm,
Um, Even though Rodriguez isn't meant to be changing certain things, like how things are said or how things are done, you do notice those little differences.
yeah,
Like especially with the Andy and Prue
yeah,
conversation, I thought.
definitely. Yeah, it develops the way they talk to each other.
Yeah,
Their declaration of love changes.
yeah, which I
It's
kind of
really nicely
liked.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
talking
do
about,
feel like
yeah, go
I
on.
feel like the first episode of season two kind of works as a pretend finale for season one, weirdly.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
when we get there, it'll become clear why.
Yeah.
But it's a really good episode. But yeah, that feels like what maybe could have been the finale of
Mm.
season. But
Oh,
we'll get
okay.
there.
I
Yeah.
wonder if they knew that they had a second season at this point.
Mm,
Maybe. Um,
I don't know actually.
be interesting to see if
Yeah,
we do a bit of digging just to see,
yeah,
see if we can find it. So obviously, as we mentioned, poor Andy dies.
Yeah.
So our love is pain for us as viewers as well. And as I mentioned, I love the fact that Andy was the first one to realise that maybe this is his destiny, maybe this is his fate, and this was always meant to happen.
Yeah.
Um, and I love how, as well, Prue says Andy's life is more important than internal affairs, finding out that they're witches, but then proceeds not to turn back time.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
changed their mind there.
Yeah.
Um, so are we back in? We've kind of said we kind of agree with Prue doing it, but are we back in Andy's decision that it was his time to go, that he wanted to do this to save Prue?
Mm. I don't know. I feel like it kind of makes sense for him to die a hero because he's been sort of flip-flopping the entire
Yeah.
season. And I do like that he does kind of die saving the sisters.
Mm,
Is it Prue that he does save? Does she come running down the stairs and he
think
distracts
so.
Rodriguez?
What he say? He
Because he yells
saves
like, no! And then Rodriguez
his
turns away to him.
classic no,
No!
barging in the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's
it's
kind of, it's the fact that we can't really remember kind of doesn't
yeah,
say much
exactly.
about his
No.
heroic act. Yeah.
But I think it did give his character purpose, obviously, in the
Yeah.
end, I guess. But after all
Yeah.
our flip flopping as a viewer as well, to be like, oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I
Um,
wasn't, yeah, I feel like I'm glad that he went in the end.
yeah.
I think
And
it adds stakes and it adds sort of um it helps you to understand that there is a sense of um peril for the
yeah,
sisters and
yeah,
how it really does impact their real lives and the people they care about.
mm,
You know, they've lost so many people that they love because of the fact that they're witches. Their
yeah,
mum, their grams, and now Phoebe, Prue's love of her life, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
And even Leo isn't really around, so it kind
No, we
of
don't see him
really,
at all. Yeah, in this
yeah, he's not even in
episode.
this episode.
No,
It would have
exactly.
helped if he'd been around, frankly. You know, he could have done a bit of
Yeah, just
healing.
a little bit. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Could
Where
have
were you, Leo?
healed. He could have healed Andy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I mean. So it's definitely to me that cements that it was fate that he was meant to do what he did to save the
Yeah.
sisters.
Yeah.
Um, but I love as well. Obviously, we're talking about that scene with when they're at the bench.
Yeah.
And then obviously the first day in the time loop, she says, "Andy, you know how much I still care about you." And then the second day, she says, "Andy, you know how much I still love you."
Yeah.
And then the last day in the time loop, she says, "Andy, I would literally die if anything happened to you." She doesn't die, so she
No.
went on. No, I'm
Yeah.
joking. But but yeah, and then also I loved the detail of that because obviously we had that episode where Prue couldn't say "I love you."
Yeah, that's so true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and I was like, this is so sweet. Like, what a
Yeah.
lovely last episode because like you've come full circle that now she can just say this "I love you" because she
Yeah.
really means it.
But how
Um,
tragic that once again, the last thing she says to somebody that she loves before
yeah,
they die is, I love you. That's what
yeah.
happened with their mom, and now it's happened
Oh
with Andy
yeah,
as well. That's really
yeah.
sad.
Yeah, that is sad
Oh,
actually now I think
Prue.
about it. But I was
Yeah,
just like, well, we've come full circle on that. She can just say it now. But again, yeah, as you say, in those
yeah.
circumstances. And then obviously, with Andy's funeral, as we mentioned previously, Morris got me. He looked
Mm,
devastated, more devastated than the sisters. And then you've got that song selection of Calling All
yeah.
Angels and like,
This is so
oh,
lovely.
oh, the tears, the
Yeah.
tears.
And he has like a police procession, which is nice
Yeah,
after the
yeah,
funeral.
little police
Yeah.
procession. Oh.
Hmm.
I just realised I've missed like loads of comments. Sorry.
Oh, no.
I know Matthew said Prue did the right thing. It was time for Andy to go. Yeah, I read that one.
Mm.
Milena said I remember feeling so sad when I watched this episode the first time round.
Oh.
Yeah. Um, Speedray Chick said it would have been so easy to save Andy. It would have been.
Mm,
I think they were just like,
just
we're
lock
over
the
his
door.
head out now. Matthew said, I didn't feel like there was much love or passion left between Prue and Andy to create the tension to justify keeping Andy around. I hadn't thought of
Mm,
them having any chemistry since mid-season. Maybe that's what it
mm,
was, and there was like he's on the chopping block.
yeah.
And Karen said, "Calling All Angels in Roswell was in Roswell too, and proper
Mm,
heart wrencher. The song is pure trauma. That's so true.
yeah. So sad.
So sad."
Yeah. James
Yeah.
Sibley. Yeah.
So obviously work it drama. We've got a kind of a bit of a strange storyline amongst all of the stuff that's going on.
Yeah. They spend a lot of time on this woman for no real reason.
Yeah. And her nose job.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Joanne.
obviously there's a TV show or TV piece being made about Quake, with Joanne, the kind of news anchor woman. I don't know, whatever
She's like
she's
she's
doing
the
the,
segment producer
that was it,
for
segment
the
producer.
food channel or something.
Yeah, yum
Yeah.
yum. Um, but obviously the interactions and then the way that Piper uses the deja vu kind of elements pushes
Yeah.
Piper into making a decision that she's not following her dreams. Like,
Mm.
did you like that kind of thing? Like, it sets it up nice for season two, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's great. I do, yeah, like a season finale should feel like things are changing.
Yeah,
Things are coming to an end, things are beginning, and I think this is a really nice way of just putting that straight up there. So
yeah.
Piper saying she wants to leave Quake, it was never her dream to begin with. She wanted to have her own restaurant, her own kitchen.
Mm,
That's really lovely, and it kind of is a little puts like a little cherry on the top of her season at work, and
yeah.
then gives you like a promise of something exciting to
Mm,
come on the horizon.
yeah, I
I do
loved
have to say,
that.
I actually really love Joanne. I think she's fabulous. I loved her like wool blazer and all of her bling, and I loved how she was
Yeah.
just kind of like doing lots of like, just so funny.
Oh, she was
She'd be
great.
good to get pissed with, I think.
Yeah, it should be so much fun.
She'd be such a laugh.
Yeah,
And she'd put
but
it on her
like,
credit card as well, I'm sure.
yeah, she'd be like, yeah, like credit card in hand, like
Yeah,
ready. But I
yeah.
love the way how, like, at the end where they mention the nose job and she just like touches her nose, like, oh, indicating maybe it wasn't a nose job. But
Yeah, she's
anyway,
probably a bit confused about that. I've never
yeah.
had a nose job.
Matthew said there were a lot of great 90s music in this episode. Better Days at Quake. And then the
Yeah,
Cranberries. Yeah, the Cranberries song as well. Oh,
yeah.
so good.
Memories.
Melina said, love that Piper felt so empowered. To
Mm,
obviously say, I just did love that for Piper. I loved the whole conclusion that, she's going to follow her new fate. And that's what this episode's all about, is fate.
yeah,
Um,
change the loop.
yeah,
Change the time
exactly.
loop. Don't go into the
Yeah.
same bloody job every day if you're not
Yeah,
enjoying it.
that's it. Yeah.
Break the loop.
And Matthew says Joanne and her power suit. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
So did you notice anything else like work it or sister bond that you wanted to bring up that we haven't chatted about? I think we've covered it,
Yeah, I
really.
don't think so. No.
Ah, did a good job there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Covered all
Did
bases.
did you notice any sign of the times in this one?
No.
I didn't. Other than Phoebe's, like, Phoebe for me is the
Yeah.
ultimate sign of the times, yeah. With the
Yeah.
little bobbles in her hair and
Yes.
stuff. Like,
And
she was
her
always
sort
the
of
more,
like,
like, fashion conscious one.
yeah. She's sort of got like a female version of like a man's shirt, like an oversized pink shirt, which
Yeah,
is
so
iconic,
cool.
frankly.
I always wanted to dress like Phoebe,
Right.
like, when I was younger, but obviously I could just never pull it off. Like, she's just too fabulous.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you
Yeah.
could.
So did you pick up any charming dialogue in this one?
I didn't want to just write down a load of Phoebe again, so I didn't.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, because I trust that you've got Phoebe covered because they're amazing
My,
lines. So my
yeah.
Prue line, which is before the whole time loop stuff happens, she says at the beginning, she just says, "Let's get this day over with." which is like
Yeah.
brilliant because it's sort of setting up that, yeah, they really do need to try to get this day over with.
Yeah, and they just can't because they're just stuck in this time loop.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
dear,
I love
I
it.
love that. Did you have any others or?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I've got a Prue one where she said, "We may not be murderers, but we're no angels either."
Yes.
Love that one. Um, I've got Inspector Rodriguez. I keep saying Rodrigo. I don't know why. You know, red eyes. I've
Yeah.
got red eyes saying, "Prue Halliwell is a witch" to Andy, and Andy going, "A witch, her? You wait here. I'll go and warn the Wizard of Oz." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes, Andy."
And he changes it to Batman in the second loop.
Yeah, I love
That's
that.
good. That's a good little detail.
Yeah. I've got Piper when Rodriguez is ringing the doorbell repeatedly,
Mm.
and Piper says, "That's a little too anxious. That's not a good sign." And Phoebe goes, "Which means if he doesn't want to kill Prue, he wants to date her."
Yes.
Love it, love it. And then I've got one more, which is Phoebe saying, "Prue, I'm not mad. Okay, Prue, I'm not mad. Okay, well, maybe just a little, but that's really has nothing to do with what's going on here." Or it's like, "I'm not nuts," I think it might have
Yeah.
been. Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. I love that.
Yeah.
Matthew said he noticed a gigantic cell phone, which was a definite sign of the times. I think
Yeah.
Phoebe used it. And also noticed Phoebe had a cross necklace on in this one. Oh, because we
And Piper does
mentioned.
as well.
And it was even
Yeah.
bigger than the one Prue wears. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Didn't we?
Oh.
Yeah. Didn't we talk about that
It
at the
was in
start of
the,
the season?
yeah, or in a couple of episodes ago with the church
Yeah.
episode with the crosses and
Yeah. Because
stuff.
we were kind of thinking that the network may have been upset that they were basically
Mm,
They're Wiccan, aren't they?
yeah,
And so they kind of
exactly.
went, well, let's give them a crucifix or a
Need
cross
to
to
try and
wear.
balance it out a
Yeah,
little bit.
exactly.
Yeah. So sister of the week in this one. What? Oh, sister of the episode
True.
even. Prue.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did
okay.
love, I loved Phoebe. And again, Phoebe is the one sort of running around trying to put out fires everywhere.
Mm,
But Prue, yeah, I kind of felt for Prue.
yeah.
I liked how she has gone on such a journey this season.
Yeah,
and
she
and
has.
and like you said, she's finally able to open up and have like an honest relationship with Andy. And it's
Yeah.
sort of tragic that it does get cut short. So
Sad.
yeah, even if as a viewer you're like, nah, well, whatever. For Prue, it
Mm,
is it is a big thing.
yeah. I couldn't quite decide on this one again because I
Yeah,
thought for me we should give, Andy his due in this episode, really.
is he Sister of the Week?
Yeah, should we? Yeah, why not? Oh, I'm gonna miss his little hair gelled hair.
Oh,
Oh, bless him. But I was just a bit like, I don't know. I didn't get the impression, and this is nothing against Shannon Doherty's acting or anything. It's obviously how it was written, but I just don't think she was that upset about it.
no,
It just didn't
yeah.
come across. But
But
obviously,
Prue buttons everything up, doesn't she?
yeah, it could be. And then it also as well, maybe I'm being a bit harsh because of that scene on the ghostly plane thing. It
Yeah,
does explain a lot of it away, so maybe I'm just being a little bit harsh there. But
yeah.
but yeah, and I
What
do
more do you
love
want,
how
Shelley?
I know I'm
More
so
tears.
harsh. More
Yeah,
tears, more tears.
yeah,
But yeah, I do love as well. I think Piper, just for the pure fact that she's like, yeah, I'm gonna like quit my job and I'm gonna do this. Like, yeah, go, go, go.
yeah,
So yeah, it was a
yeah,
hard one on
totally.
this one. Yeah,
Yeah, fine.
definitely. Speed Racing said, yeah, Prue for sister of the episode on this one. Matthew said, I think Freebie was sister of the week for me again. She kind of moved the episode along when she figured out the loop thing. That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, she did
totally.
actually. I think Phoebe had a really good last two
She did.
episodes. Really
She
good.
did. Considering the
Um,
stories weren't focused on her, it's
mm,
kind of amazing that she kind of stole the spotlight so effectively.
yeah, definitely. And Melania said Piper for me for following her dreams, like I said.
Ah,
And Prue for saying "I love you" when she finds it so hard. Yeah. Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh, Morris. Oh.
Yeah.
So, how many brooms out of 5 would you give this episode?
I'm going to give this one another 4.5, I think.
Oh.
Because it's a good finale,
Hmm.
but I kind of wished that there'd been more to it. I didn't
Yeah.
fully I didn't fully understand how breaking the time loop worked and why it got rid of Tempest. It kind of didn't I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't follow that particularly. But there are
Mm.
some lovely touches. Like I love the way the episode starts with Rodriguez setting down the photos one by one. And it's almost like
Yeah.
he's counting down time. It's sort of like a metronome style thing that
Yeah.
he's doing, which is very
Oh,
cool.
yeah. That's quite cool. I didn't notice
Um,
that.
yeah. What
Yeah.
would you give it?
I gave it 5 brooms.
Um,
It got me. I
yeah,
can, yeah, I could almost knock half a broom off for them not being upset about Andy, but no.
yeah, yeah,
But I think 5 brooms, because I just think for a finale, it was different. They could have gone with a totally different, way of doing things, and putting the time loop in was quite brave, I think, because
yeah,
you're basically repeating the episode like
yeah.
3 times, which for a
It's three
finale is
season finales.
quite brave, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and obviously, I've got to give it a 5 because Andy's gone, and I've been hit and miss
Yeah,
all along, and he's finally disappeared.
it's gone.
Oh no. Milena said 5 brooms for her. Matthew
Oh,
said
yeah.
5 brooms for this one. It was a good finale, and Andy died. Win-win for me. Speedway Chick said 5 brooms. R.I.P. Andy. Oh.
Oh,
Milena said love the peril in this one, and then hi Sasha. Yeah. So I'm gonna guess. So you're digging out our little friends' reviews. So
yeah.
I'm gonna guess he hated Love Is Pain.
Okay.
That's my prediction. As soon as
Okay.
I watched it, I was like, our little friend, whatever his name is, he's not gonna have liked Love Is Pain.
Ian Atkins.
Yeah,
Okay, you might.
Kirsty's put Andy.
Yeah, just lots of emoji. So he rates them out of 5.
Mm.
So Love Hurts gets 3 stars out of 5.
Oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Okay.
And he says that a bitty episode where none of the strong elements entirely work. The internal affairs plotline underlines the contrived nature of Andy's involvement. Seemingly, he and his partner are San Francisco's Mulder and Scully. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And the idea that the villain is an obsessed lover convinces on precisely no levels.
He
All right.
convinced me.
Yeah, convince me with his red right hand.
And his
Uh,
bow and his tip.
and a sweaty boyfriend dying from a poisoned arrow. Graduation day, anyone? I think he's saying that they stole from Buffy. Because in
Oh,
Graduation Day and
yes.
Buffy, Angel gets shot with an arrow by Faith and spends a lot of time
Yeah.
sweating with his top off. So,
Well, we don't
but I
mind
mean,
that.
I feel like this was the same year as that, so there's no way they could have copied. It's on at the
No.
same time.
Yeah, they just know what the viewers want. That's what it is.
Yeah, get your top off.
Yeah, but I knew he'd be harsh. I knew he'd be harsh about that
Yeah.
episode. I was like, yeah.
I think I've got basically all of his reviews for the show, and he kind of does start to be nicer to the show in season 2.
Oh, good.
Where there's a whole bunch of 5 stars,
Oh,
but there is
what?
a 1 star.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, what did he give the season finale?
The season finale, he gave 3 out of 5.
Only 3.
3 out of
Oh
5.
my gosh.
Before you can say Groundhog Day, everyone's died at least once, blah, blah. This episode should be so much stronger given the events it contains, but as usual, sloppy acting manages to lessen the impact, and David Carradina's tempers is so laid back, people should be checking for a pulse. I mean, this was obviously written before he died.
Whoa.
However, as a season closer, it works extremely well.
Oh.
4 months until the next episode? Surely not.
Oh. I can't quite tell them.
So yeah, I think he liked it, but also thought
Yeah,
it was pants. It's kind of difficult to.
yeah, that
He
was
says it
quite
works
toned down for
extremely
him,
well. I think
to
he
be
just didn't like the
honest.
cast. Like he didn't like David Carradine. He didn't obviously like T.W. King.
Oh, no, we
Yeah,
gathered that, didn't we? That he didn't like T.W. King.
yeah. These
Oh,
reviews, I think Kirsty just asked. These reviews are from a magazine called Expose from the 90s. Um, I
so
don't,
cool.
I don't know if they're available online, but I'll have a
No,
little look.
but Josh has them, and
I've got
like,
them right here.
yeah, they're like they're so
Forever
so awesome that
preserved.
you've got it, and I do love it.
Yeah.
And I do apologise if that reviewer is still with us and watches these chats by any chance. I am sorry, but you are a bit harsh
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Melina said,
Sometimes.
"I love that you're building a profile of the reviewer, Shella." Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I, honestly, I watched that Love Hurts, and I was like, he's gonna hate this one.
Yeah. That Ian.
Yeah. Matthew said that critic never likes any of them. Somebody else should have been hired to review the show.
Kind of
Lena
agree.
said maybe the reviewer got told to up his game in season 2.
Yeah, maybe,
Maybe.
yeah.
Matthew said he's too catty for me, and that is saying something because I can be one more catty old queen myself.
Oh,
Oh dear. Yes, Kirsty, they need a joy spell. I agree. Oh dear. It's always fun though. I do like hearing them. I'm
yeah,
so glad that you got it.
it's nice to get a
Because,
little taste of what they were saying in the 90s.
yeah, because as I say, like, I watched that episode and I was like, oh, that's going to be
Yeah,
scathing.
yeah, it's not going to go down well.
Oh dear. So that's it. We've got to the end of season 1.
I can't believe
I
it.
can't believe it.
It's
Like,
been such a great year.
it's been so, so good. I'm so glad we did this. And
Me
like,
too.
thank you for everyone who watched along as well. But we
Yeah,
have got a December chat.
yeah,
I think it's the 7th of December off the top of my head. So I think
yeah,
we're going to do like a little favourites moments from season 1. Maybe get some guests on to say, talk about their charmed experience and
yeah,
that.
exactly.
I will admit, I did try and do some stalking to try and get someone from Charmed to like join us, but I've had no luck so far.
No,
I'll keep
we don't need
trying.
them. We'll make our own magic.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that, Josh.
exactly.
Oh, Melina said, I think we need a quiz. Oh, I
Yes.
love putting a little quiz together. I have to do
Okay.
that.
We're gonna quiz each other, I think.
Oh, shall we? Oh no, the
Yeah,
pressure's on now. That's a
yeah.
good idea, though. I like that.
Do it.
Matthew said it's been fabulous. I'm so glad
Oh,
you did it too. I've had so much fun rewatching these, and it's just like even the pure nostalgia of just like watching it
yeah,
and like just feeling those feelings of what you felt when you first saw Charmed, or
yeah. And also
yeah,
just seeing how they used to do TV, and I feel like
yeah,
whenever I watch TV now, yeah, maybe the quality is a bit better in terms of production values, but I feel
mm,
like I really miss episodic TV, and I kind
yeah,
of I've just watched The Residents on Netflix, which is really good, but the
mm,
episodes are so long. I can't keep up. Like I need to have a break at half an hour, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So I
Is that
like these
the
40-minute episodes.
is that the murder mystery one? The
Yeah, it's worth checking
Residents.
out.
Yeah, I've seen it
Oh,
and
cool.
it's set in the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean by the episodes.
They're good, but
Definitely.
they're so long.
Yeah, yeah. Have you
Yeah.
seen it all now? We'll have to chat about
Yeah.
this. It is really good.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, do check it out. But I did just closing up, talking about episodes and films just really quick. I did see a thing the other day saying how they're making films and TV series more simpler nowadays
Oh,
because you've got like you hook someone in from the first 10 minutes and then they'll pick up their phone,
yeah.
scroll. Because I try and make a conscious effort now. If I'm watching something, I just put my phone away and I try
Exactly.
not to pick up my phone at all. But they're like making these films more simpler for viewing so that people can still pick up the storylines. And I'm like,
Mm.
no, we don't need that.
Don't dumb down your shows because you're just gonna make it everyone even dumber by cause of
Yeah,
that. You know?
exactly. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
sad. Yeah, learn from Charmed and all those old episodes. You know,
Yeah,
we
exactly.
don't want that. We don't want to be dumbed down. Definitely not.
No, no, definitely not.
Karen said, "Go watch Murderbot, Josh. 20-minute episode. See, that's quite a nice
Perfect.
20-minute episode. Is good,
Yeah.
definitely." Oh, and Speed Rating said, "Thank you for introducing me to Charmed." Oh, so you've never
Amazing.
seen it before? I hadn't realised that before. I thought you'd
First
seen
time
it.
watch.
Yeah. Oh, because Speedway Chick messaged me the other day and she goes, "I'm done with Charmed." And I was like, "What, forever?" Or like, no, it was just
Yeah.
because Andy died.
Yeah.
Oh, so sad. Yeah, Matthew says, "I can't put my phone down because I'm a chronic researcher." See, that's the other thing. I do that sometimes. I'm like,
Mm,
me and Kev will sit there watching something and we're like, "Where have we seen this person before?" Yeah,
yeah.
it's a habit.
Yeah.
Anyway, gone off track.
Yeah.
Oh, but Josh, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you
Shelley.
so, so much. And thank you for putting up with my brain mush and my coughing. And
No, don't
I'm going to
worry.
go and get into bed now. I'll be
Yeah,
honest
please
with
do.
you.
I'm going to do the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. But no,
Yeah.
thank you. And I'll see you in December. Well, I'll see you next week
Yeah.
for movie chat. But
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
see you in December.
Awesome.
And we'll
Thanks,
think of a quiz.
everyone.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.